Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before diving into the content of today's video, I'd like to share a summary of some basic knowledge about criminal psychology that everyone can easily understand. Let's explore together what goes on in the minds of serial killers and how twisted they can be. Enhancing our understanding of murderers can help us reduce crime. By studying brutality, we can strive to live more virtuously. First, I want to introduce the concept of the dark triad. I'll temporarily translate it as the triad of dark personalities. This is a psychological and personality theory that first emerged in 2002, developed by two psychology professors. It represents the three ugliest personality types in society: individuals who are likely to cause discomfort and harm to those around them. People with these three personality traits can be considered inherently bad, born with malicious tendencies rather than shaped by external factors. The first personality type is psychopathy. This is a term familiar to many viewers of my channel. Almost all serial killers worldwide exhibit psychopathic traits. Psychopathy can be understood as a cold-blooded and highly impulsive personality. The most evident traits are violence, a lack of empathy or remorse, and a tendency to manipulate others. Psychopaths in society often give off a dangerous and erratic vibe. Next is narcissism. The most prominent characteristic of narcissists is their excessive self-love. They always want to be the center of attention and often view others as inferior. These individuals crave or are even addicted to being admired and flattered. In society, narcissists are often flashy, overly dramatic, and disdainful of others. They are also highly selfish. Another peculiar yet dangerous personality type is Machiavellianism. The defining trait of Machiavellians is their skill in psychologically manipulating others. They are willing to lie and deceive to achieve their goals. For them, the end justifies the means. Morality is not a concern. If these individuals are also intelligent and socially adept, they can be a nightmare to deal with. They are much harder to spot than psychopaths or narcissists. Psychopaths are often erratic and volatile, making them easier to identify. Narcissists are also relatively easy to recognize due to their self-centered and irritating behavior. However, Machiavellians are only noticeable if they are clumsy manipulators. If they are skilled, you might only realize their true nature after suffering a loss or even being falsely accused by them. Interestingly, I've learned that people who manipulate others often accuse others of manipulating them. These three personality types are not considered pathological disorders, so individuals with these traits can still function within societal and legal boundaries. They can behave appropriately if they have a clear sense of right and wrong. Recognizing these traits helps us better handle such individuals in society. Next, let's discuss antisocial personality disorder, SPD. ASPD refers to a condition where a person disregards the consequences of their actions and the rights of others. Here are 7 key signs to watch for. First, disregard for laws and frequent law breaking. Second, dishonesty, lying often, sometimes unnecessarily. Third, impulsivity, acting without considering consequences. 4, aggressiveness and violence, often labeled as hot-tempered. 5, disregard for others' safety. 6, irresponsibility, evident in behaviors like accumulating debt or abandoning plans. 7, lack of remorse, indifference after harming others, or a tendency to blame victims, claiming they provoked the harm. Most serial killers also suffer from ASPD. Finally, I want to talk about schizophrenia. This mental illness often appears in criminal cases, as many perpetrators have escaped punishment by being diagnosed with schizophrenia. This has caused public outrage in many instances. People with schizophrenia often lose touch with reality. They have poor awareness of the world around them and exhibit symptoms like delusions. There are 3 common types of delusions. First, grandiose delusions. The patient believes they are something extraordinary, like a supreme being. Second, persecutory delusions. The patient believes someone is out to harm them. Third, control delusions. The patient believes they are being controlled by an invisible force, such as demons or gods. In addition to delusions, patients may experience hallucinations, such as hearing voices that aren't there. Their thinking and speech may be disorganized, and their behavior may seem bizarre. When someone with schizophrenia commits a crime, they are not in control of their actions. Therefore, their actions are considered unintentional. Serial killers with schizophrenia are often charged with manslaughter rather than murder. They are typically confined to specialized prisons and receive treatment in mental hospitals. Now, let's move on to the main content of today's video.
Illene's departure from her workplace, with intentions to meet a friend named Mike, took an unexpected turn when her ex-boyfriend Sam intercepted her. This incident raised significant concerns among her family and friends, casting a shadow over what was presumed to be a routine social engagement. Delving deeper into Illene's recent life, the investigation revealed she had moved in with Mike following the breakup with Sam, thereby complicating the already intricate timeline surrounding her disappearance. As a result, law enforcement began scrutinizing both men to unravel the truth behind her last known whereabouts. Detectives set about collecting surveillance footage and interviewing Illene's close circles, family and friends alike, to construct a coherent narrative of her final hours. However, the case quickly became a puzzle, characterized by a conspicuous absence of clear evidence coupled with conflicting accounts. Illene had a structured agenda for Monday yet failed to report for work, triggering immediate worries among her loved ones. The combination of her unexplained absence and the void of communication exacerbated the urgency with which the investigation needed to proceed. In a striking declaration, Mike asserted that he had no sexual relationship with Illene, insisting she resided in a distinct room of the house. Nevertheless, detectives amassed conflicting testimonies from Illene's friends, casting skepticism on his narrative and its veracity. Sam's demeanor during questioning raised eyebrows. His defensiveness suggested an awareness of deeper, darker truths. Notably, his comments hinted at a possible knowledge of Illene's demise, a revelation that alarmed detectives and fueled their investigative fervor. Illene's choice to leave Mike's residence appears rational, especially when viewed through the lens of potential trauma and instability in her life. Her efforts to reconnect with friends reflect a deep-seated need for support amidst a turbulent emotional landscape. However, surveillance footage directly conflicts with Sam's assertion that he dropped Illene off at Mike's place. This discrepancy suggests that he may be obscuring vital information concerning her disappearance, further compounded by his erratic driving behavior. Analyzing the timeline of Illene and Sam's car journey, detectives noted alarming gaps and a lack of clarity regarding their movements. The absence of Illene from recorded footage after a specific moment heightens the enigma surrounding her fate. The detectives confronted Sam about inconsistencies in his narrative related to the timeline of events surrounding Illene's disappearance. His clear falsehoods deepened the investigators' suspicions towards him. Despite substantial evidence undermining Sam's claims about his whereabouts, he steadfastly denied any involvement. This unwavering insistence only served to rouse further inquiries among the investigators. Utilizing the gathered surveillance footage, detectives meticulously pinpointed contradictions in Sam's account. This critical evidence emerged as a turning point in their investigative strategy, emphasizing the need for accountability. While Illene's family clung to hope for her safe return, the passage of time compelled them to seek answers regarding her mysterious disappearance. They harbored suspicions that Sam might have pivotal knowledge he was reluctant to share. As the investigation unfolded, signs of Sam's deteriorating mental state became alarming, particularly when he expressed suicidal intentions to his granddaughter. This revelation prompted her to alert the authorities, indicating the urgency of his situation. Detectives began to interview family members to glean essential insights into the troubled relationship between Illene and Sam. The testimonies unveiled a tapestry of jealousy and control, factors that profoundly affected their interactions. The emotional turbulence within Sam and Illene's relationship frequently manifested as arguments, leading to periods of separation, which together painted a picture of a toxic dynamic. This instability arguably played a crucial role in Illene's eventual disappearance. Sam's behavior in the wake of Illene's disappearance, evidenced through reckless police pursuits and attempts to dispose of critical evidence, only served to intensify suspicions against him. His erratic actions raised significant red flags amongst investigators. Although direct evidence linking Sam to Illene's disappearance remained elusive, his questionable financial conduct and efforts to destroy his vehicle pointed towards potential complicity. Detectives remained vigilant, meticulously searching for new clues to the perplexing case. Tragically, Illene's body was discovered beneath a bridge, clad in the same attire she wore at the time of her disappearance. This grim detail not only aided in her identification but also forged a direct connection to the ongoing investigation. The autopsy revealed 8 blunt force injuries to Illene's head, however, none appeared fatal. This unexpected finding added complexity to the investigation, leaving authorities grappling with unanswered questions. Forensic pathologists later uncovered strangulation marks on Illene's neck, suggesting she was likely murdered by Sam Brammer. This critical evidence ultimately became instrumental in securing a conviction, rounding out a tragic narrative steeped in emotional upheaval.
What are your thoughts on this case? Please leave your comments below to join the discussion. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe to my channel to continue following me in the upcoming cases. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos. Disclaimer: great effort is made to ensure all materials in true crimes videos fall within the guidelines of fair use. No copyright infringement is intended. The content presented in this video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The content may discuss sensitive topics, and viewer discretion is advised. The opinions expressed in this video are those of the content creator and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated individuals or organizations. Please contact me by email crimestory060@gmail.com. Subscribe now and join us on this eye-opening journey.